Okay. XDefiant was revealed, I think, almost 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago. I never played that even though I got the invite to play. And XDefiant is different from Heartland in that Heartland doesn't allow you to talk about your experience or show it. XDefiant, you could talk about it, but you can't show it. Anyways, you know pretty much how it looks. They showed tons of gameplay on it. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents because I honestly came into this optimistic. I received an email saying that I have access to this for a couple days. And I just got done playing it and I was like, yo, this is looking pretty sick. You know, you got abilities, Ubisoft world with all the different characters and their specific talents and what they can do. There's diversity, it looks like. And when I first got into the game, I just went into like the gun range and the training area, and the gunplay really actually felt good. The movement and everything felt smooth. But it was something about it. When I got into the game, it felt cheap. Matter of fact, I'll tell you exactly what it felt like. And this is my honest opinion. I'm not trying to be toxic or anything. I think that any other game besides the Division and PvP right now would be a godsend for players because we need a revival. We need something to bring life back into PvP. But when I got into the game, engagements with the players, it just felt, I don't know, it was just weak. And I honestly rather play Call of Duty. XDefiant is directly competing with Call of Duty because it's a first-person shooter. The gunplay feels a lot similar, but it feels like a cheap version of Call of Duty. Call of Duty has been doing this for almost 2 decades. So they have this type of running gun playstyle FPS shooter in the bag. Any game that tries to come and do kind of what they're doing is just going to feel like a cheap knockoff. And it's just going to make people who play Call of Duty want to play it even more. Matter of fact, Call of Duty added third person to their playlist as they did back in the day. They brought it back and it was amazing. It made it so that sales broke records bigger than they have in the history of Call of Duty. But then a couple months after they released the game, they took third person away, which was kind of a shiesty move, but they got a lot of flack about it. So they added it back again. So Warzone third person is back. Mosh Pit was always there, but Warzone third person is something different. I was loving it. And I just stopped playing when they took away third person. And it takes a lot for me to play a first person game, which is why I was going into XDefiant like, okay, you know, I hope I like this. I'm already not really feeling first person games that much. So let's see how it makes me feel. But like I said, it just made me want to play Call of Duty because Call of Duty is so polished. The gameplay is so legit. And I'm talking about first person and third person, but mainly third person because I'm a proponent of that type of style. And I don't know. I was playing XDefiant, okay? I was using the abilities. They have like one where you can go invisible and cloak, whatever, like a chameleon. They got something where you can hack. They have something else where you can heal. So they have all these different abilities, but it just kind of seems unbalanced in a way. I don't know. I don't know. That type of game doesn't really seem like it needs that kind of ability system. When you have a first person shooter that's a lot like Call of Duty, it's going to seem unfair in that regard, you know, because I was going against a lot of the players who were using the same character, and this was a character who can heal. Now, that's fine if you have something that can counter that, but this type of game doesn't seem like it's the kind of game that will be able to support that kind of playstyle with abilities and such, and that's just the way it made me feel. I just, you know, I didn't have a fun time playing it. I don't know when this game is coming out. I don't know if they plan on going on with this game. These are my honest reviews. I'm not trying to be toxic. Like I said, if I like the game, I'm going to express that when I talk about it. I do not like it. It just made me want to play another game. And I don't know what their plans are for XDefiant. If their plans are to put a whole bunch of energy and manpower into this game, I think they should shy away from that and just focus on the Division Heartland. We haven't heard anything from them. And I tell you what, the Division Heartland is legit. And I'm not saying that just because, you know, I love the Division, but the Division Heartland brings back so much of the nostalgia that Division 1 had without a lot of the headache. And it brings a lot of elements from Div 2. So it's like a mixture of both. It's the best of both worlds. I've made tons of videos about Heartland, and I've played it several times. I just think they should put their energy into that instead of XDefiant because I don't really see a lot of people playing that game. Maybe they will. I don't know, but I'm not going to be playing it. They said I'm allowed to play it for a couple days, but I think I'm pretty much done with it. These are my honest opinions, and this is my review of the game. I'm glad they're allowing us to talk about it. But in a nutshell, it's a first-person shooter. There's nothing special about the gameplay. Anything that you experience in XDefiant, you've experienced playing Call of Duty first person. The only thing that separates it from its abilities, which I don't think are really needed, I think is, in a game like that, it's not really needed. But from that perspective, I think that you're just going to have to play it to see for yourself what I mean. I can't really explain it in that regard. But tell me down below if you've played XDefiant, what you think about it. If you have, are you planning on getting it? I just want to know everything about what you feel about the game in the comments below. I look forward to reading all the comments and engaging with you, because I don't know if I'm alone on this, but that's just how I feel. I appreciate you listening to the end. If you enjoyed this in any way, I'd appreciate a like on the video and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I'll catch you in the next one, fam. Be right out.